So this is my favorite picture in our house. It's of giraffes, and this brings me to chapter 1 about my mom. So this is chapter 1 of my Mother's Day video, and I have some notes, so I might be looking down at the notes a little bit. But this chapter 1 is special things Mom did for me. And when I was a little girl, I had a birthday in December, and she could have just kind of made it a Christmas birthday, but my mom never did. And Mom, I really, really appreciated it that you would make me a pumpkin pie. And your pie pan wasn't big enough, so you had a little pie pan, and you always made me a little teeny personal pumpkin pie. And you let me eat it the way I wanted to eat it, which was I'd scoop all the pumpkin out and eat that first, and then I'd eat all the crust. And you never made fun of me, and you just let me do it. And sometimes we would have a birthday party at Luby's, and I'd get pumpkin pie. And that was so cool. And the other story that I remember, and I don't know if this is exactly right, but this is the way I remember it. When I had to have my feet operated on, you took me to the zoo. And we stopped at the giraffes, and I got to feed them lettuce. And it was so cool because you stood kind of above them, so you were at their head level. And they would come up and just eat the lettuce out of your hand. And I really appreciated that special trip. It was just you and me, Mom, and that was the coolest thing. And now giraffes are my favorite animal. And the other thing was, I guess it's all going to be about food. When I would go on a road trip, all I wanted to eat was hamburgers. And you let me do it. You let me have a hamburger for breakfast if I wanted, a hamburger for lunch, hamburger for supper. And we would drive to see both of the grandmothers, and those were great trips, except sometimes I got car sick, and Jackie didn't like that. But I loved that I got to eat hamburgers. And you let us pick the motel we stayed at, and I always picked one with a slide at the pool. So thank you, Mom, for always making things special. And that's chapter 1 of my Mother's Day video, How You Always Made Things Special. Now we're back for more Mother's Day video, and this is chapter 2, which is creativity. And for this one, I brought this little pecking chickens. Mom, I don't know if you remember that you brought me this from Czechoslovakia when you and Daddy went, or Prague. I don't really remember, but it's so pretty. And this reminds me of your creativity. And some of the things that I'm just so proud of you for, because I think it just shows how talented you are, is you're a credible flower show judge. You still do flower shows. You sent me a picture recently of a flower that you took a picture of for this new category in flower shows, and I'm gonna put that picture in the video because I'm just so impressed. And you always, I think the reason I started doing these movies and taking a lot of pictures is because you were my inspiration. You have always loved pictures. You make DVDs for all your friends' birthdays, and it's just so inspiring to have a mom who's more talented at something than her daughter. And I hope one day I can be as good as you. And I like how you do your yard and your garden. It was fun this spring around Easter time to help you order your new flag for your house, because you always have a flag for every season, and it was fun to help you order it, and I'm glad you like what we picked out. I also have on here all the different Christmas themes, and I know I talk going to talk about it in other chapters, but it takes a lot of creativity to never repeat a Christmas theme. I'm just saying. And they're always so beautiful. Like, I think you could be in a magazine. And maybe that's something you should do, like be in a magazine, because this year the tree was so simple but so elegant and so pretty, and the grab bag idea was fabulous. I loved it. And so chapter 2, why I think you're an awesome mom, is your creativity. And keep it up, because I think that's what keeps you young. And I thought I would bring out this picture of you and Dad because I was so impressed and so humbled and so in awe, Mom, of how you took care of Dad his last couple of years. And I know it was really hard, and I know it was scary, and I know it was lonely too. And kind of just, you always just did it. You just said, what am I going to do? But I have to do it. And that was an incredible lesson to me, and I really appreciate what you did. And I should have known you would be like that, because I watched you take care of Aunt Irene and take care of her, dissolving her estate. And that was just an incredible thing to do. I know it was hard. Sometimes family makes those kind of things hard. And you want time to grieve, and you don't get it because there's so much work to do. But you did it. And it's a lesson to me that you just have to persevere and do it. And one time I even asked you, Mom, how do you do it? And you said, I don't know, I'm just doing it. And I think that's real good advice for me. And the other thing that, I gotta look at my notes because I don't want to miss anything. The other thing that you do is you make Christmas really cool. You've always done that for your family. You always have a different kind of tree. And this year you really, I think it was my favorite. You had a grab bag for me and Jackie, and I'm wearing this shirt because this was my grab bag item. And, oh, let me stop the camera for a minute because I got to go get the other grab bag item. Okay, I'm back. I'm not going to show all the grab bag items, but this was one of my favorites. And it's Dad's cufflink case. And I don't know if you can see it, but I put like my earrings in it. And every morning when I get an earring out, I just think, boy, this was such a cool gift, and it reminds me of Daddy, and I just think that was so cool. And I really am just in awe because, like, we do the same kind of lights every year. We put some lights up by the mantle, and that's it. And you go all out. There's a tree, there's decorations everywhere, you make great food, and you take care of everybody at Christmas. And the other thing that you do is all your involvement in clubs. And it's a great life lesson that you got to keep giving. And I think it keeps you young, but it also is just a great way to give back to the world. Even though you don't have a job that pays you money, I think you work harder now than you ever did. So that ends this chapter of the Mother's Day video, which was special things you do for others. So for this video chapter, which is Admirable Traits to Mirror, I moved into a different room. I don't know why, I just thought I'd come into a different room because maybe it'd make me more serious. So this one is the one that is the most important for me, is how well you take care of yourself. And we were talking on the phone today, and you were saying, oh, I'm a little sore. I went to my swim group. I'm so excited it's outside again, less chlorine, but I'm a little sore. And I just think, how many moms do so much to take care of themselves? I think it's really incredible. And you look great, and you're still able to do your own income taxes, pay your own bills, take care of your house, drive your car. These are incredible things to keep me going to the gym and making sure I take care of myself, because I've had such an incredible role model. I'm also impressed that you've embraced a Mac. I know it was a hard thing to change from the PC to the Mac. I kind of forced you to do it. It's harder to do your videos. You're used to your old program, but you've done it. And that's being able to change. I'm just so impressed at what a good attitude you have. Like when we had that car accident, I was a nut, and you were like, honey, we're okay. We're not hurt. We're going to take care of this. It was just an accident. It was nobody's fault. And in fact, your quick reflexes saved me from being hit and hurt in that accident. And I'm just so impressed with your skills. Like, you're so with it still, and it's because you take care of yourself. And I love that you like to take pictures, and I never thought I would, but I've been enjoying my camera and learning how to use it and take videos. And then the most important thing is how much you love me and your family, and how much you love Dad. I mean, to let him die at home was an incredible gift, and you really had to have loved him very much to do that, because I couldn't have, I don't think. And I enjoy talking to you every day, except on weekends. Sometimes I would call you on weekends, but that's Jackie's time. And your faith. You still go to church every Sunday. You are in religious clubs. You pray all the time. You're a woman of faith. And I think that that's partly maybe why you've stayed so young. So in closing, because this was chapter 4, Admirable Traits to Mirror, and you've got a ton of them, I just want to say I have the best mom, and happy Mother's Day. I wish I was there, but I'll be there in a couple weeks. And you got Jackie. That's awesome. And I love you very, very much, and keep up all the good work, and happy Mother's Day.